In this video, we are going to check exam question for Edexcel Level 3 Pure Mathematics. So it's going to be a trigonometrical question. This has A part and B part. So let's start the question. Express 4 sin x minus 5 cos x in the form of r sin x minus alpha, where r is greater than 0 and alpha is in between 0 and 90. Give the exact value of r and give the value of alpha in degree to 2 decimal places. Okay, so they are saying we have to express this one 4 sin x minus 5 cos x in the form of r sin x minus alpha. So r sin x minus alpha. So if you want to express in this format, I mean r means there is a constant on the front, sin x minus alpha. So first we have to know the expansion of this. So how we can expand this one. So the expansion of this will come like r for sin a minus b. This is in the format of sin a minus b. So you should know the formula for sin a minus b. So sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. So in this manner we will write this one sin x cos alpha cos x sin alpha. So this is the expansion of this. So if you want to prove this one, I mean if you want to make this one to this, you have to make this one in this format. I mean sin a, this expansion of sin a minus b. But let's take this one 4 sin x minus 5 cos x. This is what given 4 sin x minus 5 cos x. So you can see, so we are going to match this up with this complete formula. So I mean you have to represent this format into this format, but there is nothing like sin x is there here, the sin x, and cos alpha is there here, cos x is there here, sin alpha is there. So you have to do some little changes to this equation, as you can see here. So and also this r, how to find out this r, the constant. So there is a method to find out this r. If there is like this format for sin x and cos x, if you want to change this to this format, there is you can take this coefficient 4 squared, the r squared will be 4 squared and this 5 squared. So this is the way you can find out the front constant that is coming up in this expansion. So r you can find out like 16 plus 25 root. So it's going to be r is going to be root of 41. So actually root of 41 is not on the front of this equation. So what you have to do, you have to create it on the front. It means you have to divide each and every part of this equation with root of 41, because you don't have to change anything in the equation. If you want to do something multiply something, you have to divide with the same thing. So root of 41 will be on the front. So 4 over root of 41 sin x minus 5 over root of 41 cos x, because you made this one on the front, right? But there is nothing like that in the equation. If you want to do this, you have to divide this with each and every portion of the equation. So root of 41, so you can make this one into a right angle triangle. 4 5 root of 41. So you can represent this 4 over root of 41 as what we need here is cos alpha, sin x cos alpha, sin x, so cos alpha. This is supposed to be a cos alpha. So the alpha, the acute angle in the right angle triangle is going to be here somewhere. Cos alpha means this one, will be the alpha, right? Because adjacent side over hypotenuse. So cos alpha is 4 over root of 41 in the right angle triangle, and sin alpha will be the opposite side, which is 5 over root of 41. Tan will be, so 5 over 4. It means alpha is going to be tan inverse 5 by 4 here. So you have to, so you can write this one as sin x cos alpha minus cos x sin alpha. This 5 over root of 41 is sin alpha, right? So you can substitute this one with sin alpha. All right. So here the root of 41 sin x cos, okay, so you can write this root of 41 or sin x minus alpha. I mean x minus alpha means alpha you have to calculate. If you calculate alpha, it is going to be, if you check this one, tan inverse 5 over 4. If you check in the calculator, scientific calculator, alpha will be like 51 point. It will give you, 1 minute. It will give you an answer of alpha 51.34. Yeah, you can check this out with scientific calculator. So I'm going to substitute this alpha with 51.34. So you answered the first question. First question is express 4 sin x minus 5 cos x in the form of r sin x minus alpha. So that is done. The alpha is in between 0 and 90, which is 51.24, which we found out. So the first part of the question is done. Give the second part, give the exact value of r and give the value of alpha in degree to 2 decimal places. Yeah, give the exact value of r means you can write the r as root of 41, means you can calculate this one as, if you calculate with a scientific calculator, root of 41 is going to be 6.4031 and alpha is going to be 51.34 degree. So you answer the first question, and t is equal to 8400 over 90 plus 4 sin x minus cos x whole in square. Here x is greater than 0. Use your answer, the B part I am talking about, use your answer to part A to calculate the minimum value of t. Okay, so we have to calculate the minimum, I mean the t minimum we have to find out. This is the t, this is the equation for the t. Okay, so we have to use the part A, what we have proved in the part A, we are going to substitute, I mean we are going to use it in the part B to find the minimum value of t. That is what they are expecting from us. So I will write the t here clearly. T is equal to 8400 divided by 19 plus 4 sin x, let me check, 4 sin x minus 5 cos x whole in square. 4 sin x minus 5 cos x whole in square. Okay, this is the equation, but here this one comes up in the first part, right? So we have proved this one, 4 sin x minus 5 cos x in the form of r sin x minus alpha. So we will substitute this one. We are going to use the first part to find out the t minimum. So t is going to be 8400 divided by 19 plus r is, root of 41 sin x minus alpha. So we'll put alpha instead of putting the exact value here for calculation. So whole then squared. So t is going to be 8400 divided by 19 plus root of 41 squared is 41 sine squared x minus alpha. This is the equation. So you can see if there is a logical thinking that we have to do to find out the minimum of t. So if the t want to be minimum, what is the condition? So t here, there is, you cannot, the 8400 on the top is not changing. It is fixed amount, and this is also a constant. This is fixed amount. This is also a constant, which is fixed amount. What we can adjust to get the minimum of t is this part, because x is changing. X can vary and x is changing. I mean, the sign, the whole thing of this will change. So to be minimum, t minimum means the sine squared x minus alpha has to be maximum or minimum. It has to be maximum. Why? Has to be maximum. So this is a numerator, the upper part of this, and the denominator in this fraction. This is the whole thing is the denominator. If t has to be minimum, the denominator has to be maximum. That's a logic, right? So if whenever the denominator is increasing, the t is reducing. So for the denominator has to be maximum, this part is only changing. I mean, the sine squared x minus alpha is only changing. So that has to be maximum. So what is the maximum of sine theta? I mean, if you take the sine graph, the maximum is 1, because it doesn't go away than 1. Minus 1 to 1, it is changing like this. So either it is 1 or minus 1. So that has to be 1. So this is 1. Okay. So what they are asking is the minimum value of t. So let's substitute. This is going to be 1. So let's substitute for t minimum. T minimum is 8400 divided by 19 plus 41 into 1, right? Because this one is going to be 1. So 8400 divided by 19 plus 41, which is 8400 divided by, I'll calculate and give you the answer directly. 60. So it's going to be 140. So t minimum value is 140. So the first part is done for the question. So let's move on to the second part. The smaller value of x, x greater than 0, at which this minimum value occurs. The smallest value of x. I mean, they're asking, what is the x value when t minimum happens? So what is, to find out x value, this is going to be 1, right? So sine squared x minus alpha is 1, which means sine x minus alpha is 1. So for which value, which degree, I mean which angle, the sine value is 1. So 90. Sine 90 is 1. So sine x minus alpha is going to be 90 degree. So x minus, we know the alpha value, 51.34. We proved it in the first part. So x is going to be 90 degree plus 51.34. So it's going to be 141.33. So this is the value where the t minimum is happening. So I hope you clear up with this idea, and I know you can do it with yourself. After seeing this video, I just recommend you to just go with the question without seeing my answer, and try to do with your own, and then it will be easy for you to understand the theories and how to do the exam question better within the time. So that's what I'm recommend you to do it. And thanks for watching this video, and I want you to just give a subscribe, so that you will be getting all the updates that I make in the future. So thanks